Have you ever had analysis paralysis? Maybe you're going through it right now and you don't even know about it. And a lot of you are, because I talk to many of you on a daily basis, and there's a few issues that are holding you back from retirement, a better retirement, more money in your pocket, or just an overall better plan. And what I'm going to talk about today probably affects 80 to 90% of you. So make sure you listen up. I have some great tips for you on making sure that you don't suffer from analysis paralysis and it's costing you a great retirement. The first area of analysis paralysis that a lot of you are facing, and this one drives me crazy. I try not to get emotionally charged by anything in our industry, but this one really gets me. And it is when your current advisor says you can't transfer out your account, or hey, it's going to cost you too much, or whatever it is. Day in and day out, I talk to you, Canadians, people across the world that are looking to do better with your investments, your planning, all of that. You've done so much research and talking, and you don't know what to do next as far as your investments go. And you're not happy with where they're at, how they're doing, all of that, but you're not sure, like, well, if I move it from company A to company B, it's a big headache, it takes a lot of work, and it's not. It's very simple nowadays to transfer money from institution A to institution B. And just yesterday I was on the phone with someone and they went through that process. They moved everything from kind of a managed account at their bank over to a DIY platform. But their banker told them there was an account that they couldn't transfer, and it was a Lira account. And of course you can transfer a Lira account to a DIY model, but for whatever reason, their advisor at the bank told them that, no, you can transfer your RRSP and TFSA, but your Lira, that's kind of a locked-in account that you have to leave with us, which also happened to be their largest investment account. So when I had a call with this person yesterday, I said, look, like, you can absolutely transfer that out. You're getting bad advice, and that advisor has been making money off that account for a couple of years when they maybe shouldn't have, and they're not doing a whole lot. So you want to make sure you understand what you're doing and where you're going. Don't just make a move because you're mad one day at your advisor. That's not a great solution. It won't get you far. Take time to analyze, right? Analysis paralysis, it starts with analysis. Don't get to the paralysis stage. Make sure that you're actually moving forward. But if you're someone sitting there saying, I'm not happy where I'm at, but man, I just can't go through the work to move everything over here. Just too much paperwork, a headache, and all that. If that's the case for you, moving to DIY may not be a great option because if you don't like dealing with that stuff. But if you're moving from one advisor to the other, we bring clients into our office all the time, transition accounts over to BCV or another investment firm. I would say the commitment to actually set up the accounts, transfer them, do all that on the client side is maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes. Like, it's not a lot of time, it's not a lot of effort. The investment firm that you're moving to will do a lot of the grunt work and the heavy lifting. The second area a lot of you are getting caught in on analysis paralysis is moving advisors. And this could be moving from one advisor to another, from an advisor to DIY back to an advisor because it wasn't working well, which I know is a lot of you that I talk to as well. Or maybe it's analysis paralysis around retirement. You're not sure if you can retire, where your money's going to come from. And a lot of this is tied into the current advisor you're working with. Maybe they don't put together proper financial plans. So if you're sitting there working with an advisor and you're not comfortable with the plan they put together, or maybe they don't put plans together, you need to go one of two directions. You either need to completely move advisors to a new advisor that can kind of walk alongside you going forward with your planning, investments, and all of that. So interview a few people, make sure you find a good fit for you, whatever you're looking for. The second option would be to hire a fee-for-service financial planner. But you need to make sure that you have a proper structure and plan going forward before you retire. I don't know how people retire without a plan. It makes no sense to me. It's basically putting a blindfold on and retiring. But it's very easy to get a plan. There's lots of advisors out there that do great work. Reach out, interview a few, find a good fit for you. But don't delay your retirement because your current advisor does not do a financial plan. Look, reach out to our office. Email me, info@parallelwealth.com. We offer fee-for-service planning, but I can also help, if you feel we're not a good fit for you or vice versa, we can kind of refer you out to a few other ones. We want to make sure we do this channel to educate and to help you all make better decisions, get to retirement in a better spot, and get to retirement. That's a big part of it, right? The third and final piece that a lot of people struggle with analysis paralysis would be around your planning itself. And a lot of you are doing DIY planning, which is great. Create a spreadsheet, map it out, all of that. For most of you that do DIY planning, you spend so much time digging into it. And I know this because I talked to a lot of you, and it's, Adam, I've done my own planning for a few years. I have 15,000 spreadsheets. I spend 8 hours a day on it. Like, I got it pretty dialed in. And we've done plans for these types of people, clients. There's always gaps missing, right? Just based on experience, the software that we use, there's always extra savings. I always say, a DIY plan can get you 80% of the way there, but it's that last 20% that most, I would say majority, 99% of DIY planners miss. That's where a lot of the tax savings happens. And it's usually the integration, right? It's hard to take an Excel spreadsheet and do kind of, how does everything kind of come together? Again, those income silos need to work together in the funnel to spit out the most tax efficient income, pay CRA the least amount of tax, which we all want to do, and just enjoy retirement. I really encourage you, if you're someone that falls into this camp, which again is a lot of you, I encourage you to reach out to your financial planner, a financial planner, get clear direction, and start enjoying retirement. Like, you're going to spend your 60s and maybe even early 70s so concerned about, am I doing the right thing, and cash flow and your whole plan and everything coming together, that by the time you kind of put your head up and take your blinders off, retirement, like the go-go phase of retirement, is going to be over. And I would hate for you to call me at 75 and say, Adam, we should have called you 15 years ago or called a planner 15 years ago because I've wasted the good years of my retirement like stressing about this. And I know a lot of you watching this video, if you have elderly parents still alive, a lot of them went through the Great Depression and they hold money tight. It's they were saving money for a rainy day. And I was just talking to another prospect here yesterday, and they said, Adam, our parents always saved money for the rainy day. They never enjoyed life, and now they're going to leave a big inheritance. But what were they able to enjoy? And I always say, these people save money for the rainy day, but the rainy day happens to be the day that they're in a casket, it's raining down, and everyone around them is having a great party, celebrating their life, but there's lots of money there, so they're eating well and partying well and all of that. Make sure you enjoy your retirement. And again, analysis paralysis hits a lot of you around building, managing, maintaining your financial plan. There's other options, there's better options. This isn't a pitch to sell our services. Reach out to a bunch of financial planners and find the best solution for you. But I don't want you to waste great years, your go-go years of retirement, with your head down in spreadsheets, figuring out how can I live the best retirement when you're not living it at all.